I was only 16 years old when my uncle told me to leave his house forever. It was late in the evening, the sky was dark, and heavy rain was falling outside. I remember standing near the door, holding a small, torn bag with a few clothes inside. My heart was beating fast because deep down, I knew this moment was coming. For months, my uncle had treated me like a burden. Every time food became expensive, he blamed me. Every time something went wrong in the house, he blamed me. To him, I was just another mouth to feed. That night, after a small argument about money, he finally exploded. He pointed at the door and shouted, "Get out of my house. You are useless. You will never become anything in life." I tried to explain myself. I begged him to let me stay just one more night, because it was raining outside. But he didn't care. He opened the door and threw my bag outside. I still remember the sound of the rain hitting the ground as I stepped outside with tears in my eyes. The door closed behind me, and just like that, I was alone. No parents, no money, no future. I walked through the streets for hours, not knowing where to go. Cars passed by me, while people inside stayed warm and comfortable. Meanwhile, I was cold, hungry, and scared. That night, I slept in front of a closed shop, using my bag as a pillow. I barely slept. I kept hearing my uncle's words in my head over and over again. "You will never become anything." The next morning, I woke up exhausted. My stomach hurt from hunger. But I knew crying would not save me. So I made a decision that changed my life forever. If nobody believed in me, then I would believe in myself. My life became extremely hard after that. Some days I washed cars for a few coins. Some days, I carried heavy bags at the market until my body hurt. Sometimes, I worked all day and still slept hungry at night. I had no comfortable bed, no support, no motivation from anyone. People looked down on me because I was poor. Some laughed at my clothes. Others mocked my dreams whenever I talked about becoming successful one day. But pain became my teacher. Every insult gave me energy. Every rejection made me stronger. Instead of wasting time complaining, I started learning. I listened carefully whenever business owners talked. I observed how successful people worked. I learned how to save money even when I earned very little. Little by little, my mindset started changing. Years passed. Life still wasn't easy. I failed many times. I started small jobs that collapsed. I trusted wrong people who betrayed me. I lost money. I made mistakes. There were nights I sat alone, asking myself if my uncle was right about me. But every time I wanted to quit, I remembered that rainy night. I remembered the humiliation, the hunger, the loneliness, and I kept going. One day, after years of struggle, I started a small business selling products in the street. At first, business was slow. Some days I made almost nothing, but I stayed consistent. I treated customers with respect. I worked harder than everyone around me. I woke up earlier and slept later. Slowly, the business started growing. A small table became a small shop. The small shop became a bigger business. Then opportunities started opening. For the first time in my life, I had enough money to eat without worrying about tomorrow. I rented my own place. I bought my first car. And eventually, I built a company. The same boy who once slept outside a shop became a businessman with employees working under him. But life was not finished teaching me lessons. One morning, my secretary brought me a file for new job interviews. I entered the interview room confidently, like always. Then the door opened, and my heart stopped for a second. It was my uncle. He looked completely different. Older, tired, weak. Life had humbled him. The same man who once looked down on me could barely look me in the eyes now. The room became silent. I could see the shock on his face when he realized I was the owner of the company. He slowly lowered his head and said quietly, I need this job." At that moment, thousands of memories rushed through my mind. The rain, the hunger, the pain. The night he threw me out like I meant nothing. Part of me wanted revenge. Part of me wanted to tell him the exact same words he told me years ago. "You will never become anything." But then I realized something important. Success is not about revenge. Success is about growth. If pain changes you into a cruel person, then pain has defeated you. So I took a deep breath and told him, "You can start on Monday." He looked at me with tears in his eyes, and for the first time in my life, I felt truly powerful. Not because I became rich, not because I owned a company, but because I refused to become like the person who hurt me. Never laugh at someone's struggle. Never look down on people because they are poor today. Life changes quickly. The person you ignore today might become the person you depend on tomorrow. And sometimes, your greatest pain becomes the reason for your greatest success.